Mātā. Mother Sita gave you a boon that you'll be the bestower of the 8 supernatural powers and the 9 divine treasures. Power and prosperity. It's interesting to know that what are these 8 types of yogic powers and 9 types of divine treasures? Anima, Mahima, Jeti, Lagima, Garima, Tata, Prapti, Prakyami, Nevishtam, Vashishtam, Siddhya. Anima, Mahima, Lagima, Garima, Prapti, Prakyam, Ishvatam and Vashishtam are the 8 yogic powers. An accomplished Purna yogi practicing Kundalini yoga possesses these 8 major siddhis. Let us understand and analyze as to how Hanumanji possessed and used these yogic powers. First, Anima, which means to acquire a minute form like an atom. Hanumanji assumed this form while entering Lanka. Masak samas rupa kabidani lanki chalo sumiri nahi in a Sundarkand. Assuming a minute form similar to an insect, the ape entered Lanka while remembering Narahari. Number 2, Mahima, to assume a colossal form. While Hanumanji was leaping over the ocean, the demigods deputed Surasa, the mother of serpents, to test Hanumanji's skill. As she kept widening her mouth, Hanumanji kept inflating his form. Sora Jordan Mukatehi Chayu, Durat Pavanasuta Batesabayu, Chacha Surasa Badano Baba, Tasu Dun Kapi Rupa Dekava. As she enlarged her mouth equivalent to 16 yojan, Hanumanji immediately assumed 32. As Surasa kept expanding her body, the ape displayed doubled her form. Also in the Ashok Vatika, when Sita doubted the insignificant ape form to take on the mighty Ravan, Hanumanji displayed his colossal form to her. Kanak Budar Raka Sarira, Samat Payankar Atibalabira. He displayed a golden mountain-shaped body, terrifying in battle and extremely powerful. Third, Lagima, the ability to make the body featherweight. This is accomplished by practicing Plavani Pranayam. The yogi produces a diminution of his specific gravity by swallowing large draughts of air. With the help of this siddhi, a yogi can travel in the sky and also cover thousands of miles in a very short time. While leaping over the ocean, Hanumanji becomes light. Again in Ashok Vatika, he hid behind a leaf. Darupala Mahuraha Lukhai, Kare Bichar Karun Bahi. Concealing himself behind the leaf of a tree, he pondered within himself, what should I do? Being able to conceal himself behind just one leaf of a tree, how light would Hanumanji have to be is a matter of imagination. Fourth, Garima, the ability of a yogi to make the body as heavy as a mountain by increasing its specific gravity. As per an event in the Mahabharata, Hanumanji, once in his joyful mood, was relaxing on Mount Gandhamadan, leisurely spreading his tail. Bhima arrived there and arrogantly asked Hanumanji to shift the tail away. Hanumanji replied quietly that he was unable to move on account of old age. It would have been nice if Bhima could move the tail and make away himself. Bhima, beaming with overconfidence of his strength, set out in spite of great efforts, failed, and to move it even an inch. He was mellowed and sought pardon of Hanumanji as his elder brother, both being sons of the wind god. 5. Prapti, being able to acquire the desired object and supernatural powers. The yogi standing on the earth can touch the highest things like the sun, the moon, and the sky. He acquires the power of predicting future events, the power of clairvoyance, clairaudience, telepathy, mind reading, etc. He can understand the languages of the beasts and birds, and can understand unknown languages too. He can cure all diseases. In the 18th chaupai, we observe Hanumanji making a dash for the sun. Also in the 2nd chaupai, while listening the qualities of a messenger, we concluded that Hanumanji, as an efficient Ramdut, has the power of thought reading and understanding many languages. 6. Prakamya, fulfillment of all desires associated with the feeling of total contentment. This includes an ability to become invisible at will, the power of entering into a body of another, known as Pravakya Pravesh, and also the power of keeping a youth-like appearance for a long length of time. Hanumanji's intense desire to please the Supreme Brahman by devotion. Spiritually, Sri Ram is the Supreme Brahman, and Sita is pure devotion. Everyone else had miserably failed in the mission to search for Sita. When Hanumanji returned from Lanka bringing her news, Sri Ram affectionately embraced him. At this moment, Hanumanji felt total contentment. 7th, Ishitavyam, attaining the lordship, godlike power of creation. The yogi becomes the lord of the universe and attains the power to restore life in the dead. Hanumanji ably created and controlled the battalion of apes and bears to successfully wage a great war against mighty Ravan. Such a feat otherwise is unheard of in history. 8th, Vashistavyam, to control one's own self and others too. This includes the power of taming wild animals and bringing them under control, mesmerizing persons by the exercise of will, and making them obedient to one's own wishes and orders. It is a restraint of one's own passions and emotions, and thereby bringing men, women, and elements under subjection. All devotees are very much aware of the popular prayer to Hanumanji, Manojavam Marututulya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimata Varishtam Pratamachanam vanayutta mukyam Sri Ramaduttam sharanam prapatye. I take refuge in the mystery of Sri Ram, who is as swift as the mind and as fast as the wind, master of the senses and forerunner amongst the intelligentsia, son of the wind god and the leader amongst the group of apes. Being Jitendriya, Hanumanji has total control over his senses, mind and intellect, and he is not enslaved by these. He is Mahavir Vikram Bajrangi, as narrated in the third chaupai. Moreover, with his virtues he has won over people's hearts. Let us not restrict these siddhis to miracles or superhuman powers. These qualities are observed as an integral part of an accomplished saint's behaviour. First, Anima. Amongst children he appears as an innocent child, while talking to the uneducated he humbly communicates at the person's level. 2. Mahima. He can raise himself to the level of an achiever. In a company of wealthy businessmen or powerful politician, the saint appears bringing with confidence, communicating eye to eye with leading personality. 3. Lagima. In spite of all the social and spiritual accomplishments, and having earned fabulous name and following, the saint is always stress-free. 4. Garima. His widespread activities are imperceptible to the common man. Only God is witness and supportive of the saint's all-encompassing spheres of activities. 5th. Prapti. The saint does not chase material desires. On the contrary, worldly achievements come to him naturally. People are more than willing to please him by taking care of the smallest need. 6. Prakamya. All his endeavours become fruitful to his strong willpower, in-depth planning and grace of God. Ishvitam. With his ability to think out of a box, a saint is capable of creating something new, different and revolutionary that has far-reaching benefits for society. 8. Vashishtam. He wins over people with a selfless love and affection. People who understand and appreciate his noble work and values clamour to reciprocate his love and feel honoured to be associated with him. No Nidhi. The 9 divine treasures. According to Amakosh, a Sanskrit lexicon, the 9 Nidhi are Mahapadmasha, Padmasha Shanko, Mahakanchapratu, Mukund Kund, Nalisha, Karvavisha, Niradyo Nav, which are Mahapadma, the divine lotus, Padma, the lotus, Shank, the conch shell, Makar, crocodile, Kachapa, tortoise, Mukund, a precious stone, Kund, jasmine, Neelam, blue sapphire, and Karva, muskog, are 9 divine treasures. These are various interpretations to this concept of the 9 Nidhi. For academic record, various meanings are listed here. When considered as plants, minerals and ocean resources, the 9 Nidhi are interpreted as Padma, which is a lotus or lake in a Himalaya with minerals and jewels. Number 2, Mahapadma, a huge lotus or lake double the size of Padma in the Himalaya with minerals and jewels. Number 3, Shank, conch shell. Number 4, Makar, crocodile or cinnamon of Padmini, black antimony. 5, Kanchapa, tortoise or turtle shell. 6, Mukunda, precious stone or mercury. 7, Kunda, arsenic. 8, Neela, blue sapphire or antimony. 9, Karva, musk rose, which is a botanical name of Rosa moschata. A few of these 9 will also denote measures and numbers. Socially speaking, the 9 Nidhi can be: first, wealth, monetary strength that takes care of material needs. 2, treasure. This includes richness of thought, speech, merits and deeds. 3, royalty, political power. 4, respect in the family, workplace, society, etc. 5th, status. This is built over a long period of time by consistent good activities and a trustworthy nature. 6, affluence, having a hassle-free, luxurious and smooth life full of comforts. 7, precious jewels, diamonds, gems, pearls, ruby, sapphire and other precious stones. 8th, lovely and beautiful wife, being a couple operating on the same wavelength as each other. 9th, affectionate family. In medieval Sanskrit literature, a king-turned-sage, Bhartrhari, composed the Niti Shatak. It is a meaningful compilation of 100 verses that inspire and guide to a worthy life. In his 25th verse, the poet lists 9 attributes can be interpreted as Nav Nidhi to make life richer at a personal level. This verse, which is self-explanatory, is as under. It says in the Niti Shatak, verse 25, a son with a good character, a devoted wife, an ever-pleasing master, an affectionate friend, an honest servant, a mind free from even the least anxiety, a handsome form, steady wealth, a face glowing with knowledge. All of these can be gained by a person when Hari, the destroyer of the troubles of the world, is pleased. Finally, on the spiritual level, the Nav Nidhi are: first, knowledge of the past, present and future. 2, clear vision. Number 3, clairaudience. 4, the ability to enter into another body and to experience emotions without becoming attached to it. 5, assuming various forms. 6, to give life. 7, to take away life. 8, to create a material object. 9, to take away a material object. Asvara dīna Janki mātā. The obvious meaning of this stanza is quite popular. Mother Sita gave a boon to Hanumanji, making him able to bestow 8 types of supernatural powers and 9 kinds of divine treasures to his devotees. Another encouraging, enchanting interpretation is the giver of the Ashta Siddhi and Nidhi, Sri Ram, gave a boon to Hanumanji that may Janki, Sita be your mother. This is substantiated in the following doha. Sunu sut tav upakara bado diya najat, yahi dehu var mudit mane hoi Janki mat. Listener son, your obligation cannot be reciprocated. With a delightful mind, I'll give you a boon that may Sita be your mother. As Sita became mother, Sri Ram obviously became Hanumanji's spiritual father. Hence, all objects and powers of Sri Ram automatically accrued to Hanumanji. Now he can shower the same of any devotee of his choice. A worthy son respects virtues and not possessions of his parents. Hanumanji's supernatural powers and abilities are acquired as a result of consistent efforts and selfless devotion. He uses these virtues to inspire and motivates the devotees, thereby promoting Ramkaj. A manager's dedication and commitment to the organization gives him Ashta Siddhi, i.e. various outstanding accomplishments usually not found in others. These, when used judiciously for the benefit of an organization and for social welfare, yield Nidhi, the abundant wealth. Let's go to chaupai 32.